had so many people DM me literally asking me if I can teach them how to make my hair product so that they can start their own business. Some people are slimy. I don't forget that I can have this, baby. Nobody else true. Nobody else makes you. Nobody else had a clue what I can do, what I can do. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I make all of my hair products for my small business, which I don't even consider a small business anymore. But so you guys have seen me make like a lot of small business videos, like how I made 20K during Black Friday, how I was making 10K every single month like a couple months ago. So I think that I have really gotten a system together that will allow me to make enough products to keep up with the demand of all the orders that I have been getting, especially over the past couple weeks. So I'm basically just going to show you guys this. My plan is to just split this up into 3 parts, so 3 videos, because the amount of products that I have to make in preparation for my restock on Friday is going to take me about 3 days. I think it's going to be fun if I just film each day and do that for Vlogmas. Alright, so before we get started, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and put that notification bell on so you don't miss the rest of Vlogmas. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, as well as my business Instagram and TikTok if you are interested in my products. And finally, the restock for all my products after being sold out from Black Friday will be on this Friday, so don't miss it. Oh, forgot to mention, the brand ambassador applications for my business are available, so if you want to apply, just go to the website. Alrighty guys, let's get started. So today the products that we are going to be making are all 3 of my emulsified hair butters. So we have 3 kinds. We have the Silky Shea hair butter, we have the herbal infused hair butter, and we have the creamy cocoa hair butter. So today we're going to be making 3 batches of the herbal infused, 3 batches of the Silky Shea, and 2 batches of the creamy cocoa. So in total, that is about 160 hair butters. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but honestly it's not really that big a deal once you make it all the time like I do. So I think where we're going to first start off with is the Silky Shea, just to get that out the way, because shea butter is the messiest, so I just like to go ahead and get that out the way. So all these emulsified hair butters need to be able to melt on a double boiler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pots, fill them up with water, and put them on the stove. Alright, so now I'm going to put on my gloves. You know, somebody really commented on one of my videos saying, you just lost a potential customer because I don't see a mask or a hairnet. I'm like, girl, first of all, I got black people hair. It don't just fall out like that. Second of all, you realize that every restaurant you go to, they do not wear gloves when making your food, which goes inside your body. Yet I'm making a topical product and I'm wearing gloves. Come on. Okay, so all of our butters are based off of like one specific butter. So of course, as you can guess by the title of this butter, we are going to be using shea butter as a base. So this is not the kind that I normally get, but I ran out of shea butter during Black Friday. So I had to order some quickly off of Amazon while waiting on my supplier, which takes about a week and a half or so. So we're going to finish this up before we go back to the kind I normally use. A lot of people don't think that I measure my stuff, so let me just show y'all real quick. Every time I film a video making products, it's sitting on a scale, even if you can't see it. So I measure my products. Now, I memorize most of my formulas because I made them so much, but trust me, I measure my stuff. So we're going to add some shea butter. I feel like this whole block would probably be enough. Maybe not, we'll see. It's actually a little bit too much. So this knife with the blue handle is the one that I always use when making products. I don't know why. I just didn't want to use the knives that I eat with. So I have this knife that I set for products. Same thing with all my utensils. I have certain things I bought just to make products. So we have to take some out because it's too much. Ooh, we're almost there. So we have our shea butter in the bowl. Now what we're going to do is add our oil. So this hair butter uses olive oil and jojoba oil. So we're going to grab that. So I decided to use olive oil and jojoba oil because I just think it pairs really nicely with shea butter. I wanted this to be like a super thick, rich formula for people that have like super thick hair like me. Because typically people say like olive oil and jojoba oil are on the heavier side. So it's like, why not just make one that has that type of vibe? Now we need our emulsifiers. So emulsifiers are basically things that keep water and oil from separating because we know they naturally separate. And because this is an emulsified formula, it means it has a buttery, oily component and a water component, so you have to use emulsifiers in order to keep everything together. Otherwise, it will separate and just create a huge mess. And these are completely natural, perfectly healthy for hair. They don't have anything harmful or damaging in the hair. So we're gonna go in with our first one. And also our second type of emulsifier. Okay, and so that's really it for the oil and buttery component. And now we're just gonna let this completely melt on the stove. And I'm gonna repeat this 3 more times in order to make the 3 batches. Alright, so while our silky straight hair butter is melting on the stove, we're gonna start on our next one, which is the herbal infused. So I've already added all of the emulsifiers because they all use the same emulsifiers. We're gonna go in with some mango butter, which is what the herbal infused hair butter is based with. So mango butter is actually a very non-greasy, lightweight butter, if you can think of butters as being lightweight. So if you're someone that doesn't like super heavy products, this might be a great option for you if you are trying to use a hair butter. So basically I'm just taking my knife and just gonna break all this up. Alright, so I've broken up a lot of it in the bucket, so we're just gonna pour it in here. We just keep doing this basically until we get as much as we need. Pour some more. Alright, so we're about halfway. Alright, 3rd time. Alright, 1 more time should be good. Alright, perfect. Okay, so then after that, we're going to go in with our herbal infused oil. So this is oil that has been infusing in herbs for, I want to say, like a couple days. This is grapeseed oil and sunflower oil that has been infused with almond powder, brownie powder, and sheepy powder. And a lot of people are like, why is it green? Well, grapeseed oil is green, so that's why. So we're just going to pour in how much we need. I'm going to have to make some more though. Oh, you know what? I actually have another one in there. I forgot, so we're good. And that's that. So I'm going to do this 3 more times and then we're going to come back. Alright, so the last hair butter that we are going to make is our creamy cocoa hair butter. Alright, so again, like all the other hair butters, this one is based with butter, but this one is cocoa butter. So for this butter, I'm only making 2 batches, while the other ones I'm making 3 each. And that's just because this is my least popular hair butter. I wouldn't say it's an unpopular product per se. It's just one that people just tend to buy the other ones over this. And it's funny because this is actually my favorite product. So we are going to get some cocoa butter. So this is all that's left in this bucket. So I'm going to have to grab a new one. By the way, I already have all the emulsifiers in, like the other batch. Drop that in. So this is a new bucket and we're just going to move all this plastic out the way. Oh, I actually already opened this. I didn't realize. So I guess I'll open one before finishing the other. So we're just going to take our knife and just hack at this until it comes apart, basically. This is the butter that I hate working with the most because it's just so difficult. But thankfully, I don't make a lot of it, so it's not terrible. Well, not thankfully, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to hack away until I can get enough chunks. Basically like the mango butter, but this one's a little bit more intense. So this stuff is hard. I should have done this one first because it takes a longer to melt because it's more solid at room temp. Okay, just a little bit more, like a tad bit. I already had a little bit too much. Now we are going to use some castor oil and some macadamia oil to go in this. Alright, so here is our macadamia oil. Okay, and our castor oil. So I did not mean to buy this. When I first started making these products, I was buying like this size of every single oil. I think this is 5 pounds, but they just are very difficult to work with. And so it just was easier to buy the smaller ones. But for some reason, I didn't realize that this was in my cart when I bought inventory like a couple months ago. So I bought it. But thankfully, you know, we're almost done and I can pick it up and pour it in instead of having to like tilt it somehow. So we're going to pour in what we needed this. I actually thought I was going to have enough castor oil to last me another month or so. But I forgot, you know, Black Friday happened. So I'm probably going to have to order some more in the next couple of days. But this should be good for maybe another week or two. Alright, so I'm going to repeat this one more time, and we're going to put this on the stove and let it melt. Okay, so again, this is an emulsified formula, meaning it has an oil component and a water component. So all three hair butters have the same water component. And I mainly just formulated this because if you know about the original hair butter, that's just basically whipped shea butter with added ingredients. So that will melt at hot temperatures, versus this will allow it to stay at the same consistency from the time it goes from me to you. It will melt during the summer, so it's something that I can sell year round, which has been great for my business. And it's also a lot easier to make. So first, we're gonna start off with some distilled water. I just get these from Walmart. I just pick some up every single time I go, so that makes things easier for me. So we're just gonna pour our distilled water in here. We need a good bit, actually. I go through these like kind of fast, so I pick up about, you know, 4 or 5 every single time I go to Walmart. Then we're going to need some aloe vera juice, and this is going to add extra hydration to the product. And finally, we need some glycerin, which is a humectant, and humectants basically just draw moisture from the air into the hair. You can also do honey if you want, but I feel like glycerin is more commonly used in hair products, even though it's expensive, so that's why we don't use that much. But yeah, so this is the water base that all the hair butters use. Okay, so now our butter and oil that we made has melted, and what we're going to do is we're going to pour it into this bowl, which has the water mixture that we made, in order to emulsify it. So we're going to pour it in there. We're going to take our immersion blender, and we're just going to emulsify the two products. And you can already see it's pretty thick. So we're going to let this cool off for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to finish it off. Okay, so the hair butter has been sitting for about 30 minutes. It typically takes about 3 to 4 hours to like thicken to its normal consistency, but I like to go ahead and do it when it's looser because it makes it a lot easier to put in these containers. So to finish this off, the first thing we're going to add is our preservative. Because this product has water, you need to add a preservative in order to prevent bacteria or mold from forming. Also going to add vitamin E oil, which is an antioxidant, again to help prevent any molding or bacteria from forming. And finally, we're going to add a fragrance oil. I know some people are like, can you do a fragrance-free option? But for me, it's just like, as a business owner, I don't think that's a good investment right now, just because not enough people want a fragrance-free option. That'll be a lot of, you know, time, money, energy into basically making a new product, even though it's fragrance-free. And then I would make a bunch, and then it's like, it would take forever to sell. So I think for right now, that's not the best option, but when more people want it, I would definitely figure it out. Alright, so now I'm just going to stir it. Like I said, it really is loose, but it's going to take a while to thicken. Especially for some reason, the creamy cocoa just takes a longer time to thicken. Maybe because of the consistency of cocoa butter. I don't know. You would think that it would be thicker, but I guess not. It's a little lumpy, so I'm going to go back in with the immersion blender and just fix it up. Okay, so then I have this box right here that is all of my containers for the hair butter. So I'm gonna just grab those. So a batch typically makes about 20. So I'm just gonna get about 21. Let's see, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. I'm gonna do 22 just in case. Okay, you guys can't see my face, but I feel like it's gonna be okay. So I'm just gonna use a measuring cup to put this in the containers. This is the easiest way that I found to do it. My filling machine that y'all seen on my social media, this is too thick for it to work really well. It just makes it harder on me. So this is easy, so I just dip it in, pour it to fill it up. That's it. And I just keep going until they're all done. And if I spill any on the sides, I just wait till the end and I just wipe it off with a paper towel. So I already know I'm gonna get like 2 types of comments, so I was like, let me just address it now. I know some people are going to be like, share the measurements. I don't understand why y'all share products, but then you don't share measurements. And then I'm going to have some people saying, why are you showing people how to make your products? You're showing too much. People are going to steal your stuff. So let me address the former first. So the reason I don't give measurements is because I don't want people knowing how to make my products in order to sell them. And some people might think that I'm being dramatic, but I have had so many people DM me literally asking me if I can teach them how to make my hair products so that they can start their own business. Absolutely not. Like, I learned how to make products all on my own with no help. Of course, I watched YouTube videos and did research, but I also did a lot of experimentation. Really, everything regarding my business, it was all self-taught. So I don't really like how someone wants to kind of skip all that and take the easy way out by just kind of using someone else's hard work to make the same amount of money. So that's why I don't share measurements. Like, if you're going to steal my recipe, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to experiment and figure out how I do it. Now, for the people saying that I'm sharing too much, I don't share as much as y'all think I do. Like, in this video, I literally just told y'all what is in the product, which I legally have to put on my website. So that's common, you know, public information. And I'm just showing y'all the process of making it. I don't give y'all temperatures, I don't give y'all timing, I don't give you measurements or anything like that. So it's actually really difficult to replicate this if you try it yourself. So you basically just know the ingredients, which again, you would know if you went on the website. Trust me, like, I have boundaries between what I show for advertisement and just content ideas and what I keep to myself as a business owner. Because some people are slimy. Alright, we're almost done. I only got 2 more. So it's still a little lumpy, but that's okay. Because it's all going to be the same consistency once the rest of everything thickens. So, just a little bit. I just see a little bit of lumps in there. And again, doing it when it's at this consistency makes it so much faster. And then once I get towards the end, I take my spoon and just scoop everything out of the measuring cup, as much product as I can get out. And I have another batch to do after this, so I'm not really pressed if I don't get everything out because it's going to be the same thing. Then I scrape the rest of the bowl. Really just try to get as much as I can out of there. You don't waste product around here. And then I'm just going to pour it on, like, into the thing like that. Typically, I don't make too much of a mess. Oh, well, never mind, I did. Okay, and this one isn't completely full, so I'm just going to wait until I do the next batch to fill it up. And if I'm done making products and I have some that are half full, I just wait till I make the product again, and I just add it to that. Alright, now we have this huge box right here with the lids. So I'm just going to grab a cup full and put them on the table. And then this one, which isn't full, we're going to set that to the side so I don't forget. And we're just going to put all the tops on first, just to make sure everything is fine. And then I go in and just twist them all. And I'm setting them on the opposite side so I don't accidentally forget to twist one, because I've done that before and it was a huge mess. I try to do it as tight as I can. Also, these lids have a protective lining on them, so like it will lock onto the butter. But you know, we still gonna package them. But unfortunately, when it comes to products, no matter how well you package them, you will always have orders that are gonna be damaged when they arrive because the carriers just throw packages here and there. Thankfully, it's not like all the time. It's like maybe like 5% of my orders. And as far as the labels, I'm just gonna put the labels on later. I just like to get all the making of the products out the way, so that takes the longest time, and then I can just sit and watch TV or something and put labels on for like an hour and a half. So that's basically all the products. I have one more batch left to do, but it's already made. Just gotta put it in the containers. So let me show you guys what everything looks like at the end. Okay, so this is like my little area. Let me zoom out. This is my little area where I keep all my products. I definitely need to expand some way because I added 2 more products and I don't have any room. But as you can see, down there is all the silky shades. So we made 60 of those. Right here is the herbal infused. We made 60 of those. And then up here is a creamy cocoa. We made 40 of those. And then these are literally all the products I have left from Black Friday. Just a couple of shampoos and really just a couple of oils. That's basically it. So I'll put the original hair butter probably in the middle right there, and then any extra hair butters will probably go in there because the scrubs are right there. Alright y'all, so that's it for this video. So in total we made about 140 hair butters. I started at 7:30 and right now it's, I can't see, my glasses are off. Right now it's 10:30. So I would say it took me about 3, maybe 3.5 hours to whip out this much. Again, as someone that's been making this for months, I have finally figured out a way to be very efficient to where I can make a lot in a short amount of time. And also I have learned from Black Friday to go ahead and build up my inventory, meaning make as much products as I can. That way when I start getting orders, I won't have to make make products as I go, because that was the most stressful week of my life. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and put that notification on, because in the next few days I'm going to post part 2 of this as well as part 3, which is making the rest of the shampoo. We're going to be making the oils, we're going to be making all that good stuff. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, and again, I do have an Instagram and a TikTok for my business. If you're interested, it's just at A Natural Rose. And finally, of course, the restock for the products is going to be on Friday, and brand ambassador applications are open. If you want to be an ambassador for my business, go on the website and apply. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Tell me what you see in me.